Hi, welcome to my channel. What is misclassified account in General Ledger Oracle Cloud? The key concepts highlighted in this video are: an account is misclassified if the account type of the segment value is different from the account type of an account combination that uses that value. If you assign an incorrect account type to a natural account segment value, accounting entries are recorded incorrectly and financial statements are inaccurate. Misclassified accounts are also potentially handled incorrectly at the end of the year, with accrual balances either getting zeroed out to retain earning or accumulating into the next year. To manage the account combinations with misclassified account types, configure and run, there is one process: correct misclassified accounts process. So in this video we'll answer key questions related to account type. We start by examining basic concepts related to account type and their association with the account combination. We then define misclassified account types, the reasons for misclassifications, and the impact of misclassifications. Finally, we study and implement the procedure to manage misclassified account types. Let's get into application. I'm here logging to Oracle. I just go to setup and maintenance. Let's go to manage chart of accounts, value set values. Again, select either the module or value set code. I will select General Ledger. Search. This is my value set codes. We're talking about the natural account segment, so I will manage values of my chart of accounts as account segment. Manage values. You have to either select the values or description or search to get all of the values in these segments. What I'm talking about here for the account type here. As you know, the account type is either assets, expense, liability, owners, equity, revenues. In Fusion, there are two added more: budgetary, credit, and debit. Not like in e-business, these two account type is not in Oracle e-business. So the misclassified accounting is talking about the key concept of it is this account type. For example, if I open one Excel sheet, if I define one new account, for example, as expenses. As you know, in general for the accounting one, whatever is started by one, the account type is asset. Whatever is started by two is liability. 3, owner equity. 4, revenue. 5, expenses. So once you define or upload the value set of your segments, either you define the combination either manually or whatever the combinations entered through the transaction by the users will generate it automatically. So in case of I define one, for example, new account for expenses, For example, 511111. So by accidentally I define the type of this account, and instead of expenses I put the account type is revenue. So whatever the combinations will be created for these values, always the combinations, the account type of it will be revenue, because when you define the account you put the account type as revenue. So whatever the combinations will be created will be wrong, because the type or the natural account of this must be expenses, not revenue. So when you come back to the segment, you can change the value set. For example, in this case, I can come here to select any values and change it from assets to expense, liability, owner's equity, revenue, etc. But you cannot update the combinations which is created for the same account in a wrong account type. So this is misclassified account type. Let's come back to our PowerPoint. So what about the fiscal year crossover scenarios? So for the fiscal year crossover scenarios, you have to create a journal entry that brings the misclassified account balance to zero for the last day of the last period of your prior fiscal year. Then you have to post this entry and verify that the misclassified account balances is zero. After submitting the correct misclassified accounts type process, you restore the misclassified account balances by reversing the journal entry you posted earlier to zero out the balance. Before running the process, you must identify whether to preview or reclassify the affected account combinations. This is during enter or during run the process of misclassified account type. There are two types of as options, either preview or reclassify the affected account combinations in preview mode. And we will talk about this later during run this process. So to start the procedure, you must identify which code combinations is misclassified account type. You have to submit the process for correct misclassified account and examine to check the result. Let's get into the application to show you one case. I will put the value as you see here 523399. This defined before as a revenue, then the user come here to change it from account type from revenue to the correct account type as expenses. But if we go to the account combination to check the account type of all of the combination or existing combination of this account, we will see it instead of expenses, we will find it as revenue, because when they define these accounts, it's defined with revenue account type, not expense. So I will go to again setup and maintenance to show you the combination of this account type, either expenses or manage chart of account, manage combination, manage account combinations, again manage account combination. So what's the chart of accounts? You can make advanced and you can put more options. Just search let me add fields as account. This account type is our account here, 523399. 523399. Again search. There is one only code combination for this misclassified account type. The account type here is revenue, but here the account type of this account is expenses. So what happened for this case? As I told you, once the user defines these new values, he assigned the revenue. Then this code combination is created either manually or allow dynamic inserts to create the combination automatically. Account type got the account type from the value set. After that, the users come back to the account and change it from from revenue to expenses. But these were not reflected in the account code combination because as you see here, the account code combination still stuck with revenue account type. So as I told you before, if there are any transactions on this account with a misclassified account type, you have to zero out this balance before it changes the type of it. For example, you can create a new other account and make a transfer between these two accounts, or just zero out this account to any clearing account. Then again change the account type here and update the misclassified account type for all of the code combinations or all of the combinations which is related to this misclassified account type. Then again you can make another journal to again retrieve the balance to this account. But if there is no any balance, you can go ahead directly to make the correct misclassified account type. So this is the case as you see here. Account type for the 523399 is expenses, but the code combination for the same account is revenue. So how to update this account type to match the account type of the value set to be expenses? You have to go to from tools to run procedure or process, schedule processes, and schedule new process. Search by correct misclassified account. Here, correct the account type, misclassifying for account combinations that have inherited the incorrect account type from the corresponding natural account value. Click OK. There is 3 parameters. What is the value set? AG accounts. This is my value set of my accounts segment. What is the value? You can put 5 2 ended by 99 523399. Okay, here which mode you have to choose here. So if you select preview, in preview mode the process output lists the actual balances for the affected account combinations by ledger, currency, physical year. This information helps facilitate the journal entry that you must create for physical year crossover scenarios. So if you select preview, what about if you select reclassify account type? The process first validates that the affected account combinations have 0 actual balances if the misclassification affects multiple physical years. This validation ensures that the account type reclassifications doesn't cause errors in the calculation of retained earning and beginning balances. The process then corrects the account type on the misclassified account combinations to match the account type of the selected segment values. In both modes, the process output lists the ledgers, currencies, and periods that have translated balances to correct translated balances. Run the delete translated balances process and rerun the translation process. Finally, you must make two temporary changes to the configuration. First, you must ensure that the journal are not being posted when the process is run is in reclassifying mode. Second, you must disable the dynamic combination creation allowed options. Revert these changes once the process is completed. So during run this process, you must ensure that the journal are not being posted when the process is run in reclassification account mode. Second, you must disable the dynamic combination creation allowed options for the chart of accounts. Then revert these changes once the process is completed. Now I will run it to reclassify account type because I know very well that there is no any balances for these account code combinations, because as I told you, in my case the users once he created, he suddenly remembers that this account type must be expenses, not a revenue. So whatever I selected here, what is the segment or value set of our account segments, what is the value set which you are going to correct the misclassified account or code combinations, which mode I will make reclassify account type. So the system, after this process is succeeded or completed, he will update it to all of the code combinations or account combinations of these segments to be the same of the account type of this segment account type as expenses. So let me submit and check the result. There is one process was submitted. Again, refresh. Here is the correct misclassified account. Completed. Succeeded. So I again come back to the account combination. Here is revenue. I just again search. It's changed to expense. So this is how to correct misclassified account type, but before run this process you have to check if there any balances already affected by these combinations, wrong account type or wrong misclassified account type or not. If there is any balances, you have to run the process in preview, then make the changes, either make journals to transfer the balance or to zero out the balance of the misclassified account code combinations. And again, once you correct everything, you can come back to make another journals to retrieve the balances which is before is in these code combinations. If there is no any balances, it just once you create the account value set and assign wrong account type, and the code combination is created either automatically to allow dynamic combination creation allowed options, then at that time you know very well that there is no any balances, there is no any journals, there is no any transaction for these misclassified account type combinations. So you go ahead directly to run the process of correct misclassified account type. That's all. Thanks for watching.